All right, well, last week we kicked off our brand new summer series, Ones to Watch, with the sporting discipline of gymnastics. This morning, we're spotlighting volleyball and showcasing the ones that you should be looking out for in the next 4 to 8 years on the Olympic stage. Now, a very special welcome in studio to members of the female under-19 and national volleyball team, Rihanna Roberts, Patrina Chisholm, Hadijah Wallace, Winifred Mitchell, and we have the team manager, Erica Harris, and the head coach, O'Neill Ebanks. Welcome to Sunrise.
Welcome. How are you? Nice. I remember my days of playing volleyball with box juice box, they stuff it, right? And you bat it over the gate. Yes. And your neighbor would be on one side and you're on the other side, and you bat it, and that's what we did. Yes.
Well, everybody has to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. But I mean, are schools really playing volleyball to give you a strong cohort? Let me ask you.
Well, I think that volleyball has come a long way, and I think that it is being incorporated in more schools now. So even for this under-19 program, when we hosted the tryouts, we had approximately 70 girls to choose from, and it was basically the same among the males.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Coach, what makes these young ladies stand out?
Well, the thing is, from that large number that we had, 70-odd girls, we had to look for what we think would be the skill level or have the skill set that will play at this level and compete at this level. And, you know, based on how they have adapted after that first selection up to this point, we saw them as the best candidates to represent the country up to this point.
Well, it's very interesting, Coach, because I would think that, you know, normally tall ladies
would play. I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, because right now, man, sitting, boy, I've looked up, I look a chance, you know? Because I'm looking at Rihanna and, you know, the other young lady here, right? What's your name? Khadija, right? Hadijah. And I'm saying that, wow, I didn't know that persons who are not necessarily tall could play volleyball. So talk to me about the criteria required to play volleyball.
Well, one of the first criteria we do look for is height, yes. But if we don't have the height, we have to go with the most average height put into that. Because we have players who are over 6 feet, but we don't have a lot. And I must say that most of the taller players, they don't really stick around the volleyball that much. They play like basketball or netball in terms of the female. But for the teams in terms of volleyball, especially for the females, the skill level is what we look at next. So the touch on the ball, how well you're able to keep a ball in flight, how well you're able to, you know, use the skills that you have effectively. We look at that as well. Because if you look internationally, like for example, Japan, they are not a very tall team, especially the male team. They are not very tall, but they make up for it in terms of playing defense and jumping ability. Which is what we try to do here when we have persons who are not of a particular height that we want to play a position on the court.
I was going to ask that about positions, because in other sports like football, you know, you have defense, you have strikers, you have midfielders, etc. In volleyball, do you have different positions that require specialist skills, and how many of those specialist skills do we have here, for instance?
Yes, volleyball requires specialist skills, and we have specialist positions as well. So we have a libero, which was introduced in 1998, and we have Hadijah, who is one of those persons who are playing, and not just because of her height, why we have her here, but for her school team, she doesn't play libero for her school team.
What's the libero, sorry?
The libero is a defensive person. They play mainly in the back row, so they come on for any play in the back row. They are not allowed to go to the net and hit. They can't go in the front court and overhead set the ball. They are not allowed to serve. But they come in for anyone in the back row, and we use them as defensive persons against the opponent's attack or to receive serve.
Right? What position does Winifred play?
Winifred came to us officially as a middle blocker. However, we see where she had skills enough to, you know, assist us in the outside hitting position. So right now, that's the area in which she's training and she'll be representing. We have Rihanna, who for her school team, she plays outside hitter. But at the national program, we have her playing the libero position. So again, her defensive skills and her passing skills come into. We have Patrina for her school team, I think she's the only one who is remaining in that position. She plays an outside hitter for her school team. So at the national program, she remains as an outside hitter just the same. So we have a setter. We don't have a setter in our midst. Well, Khadija, she plays setter for her school.
Okay.
Right, so you have a setter role, you have the outside hitters, you have a right side attacker, and we have the middle blockers.
We call the person who fly up in the air and...
Yeah, those are the spikers. But we have, like I said,
spikers.
we have the outsides, the outside hitters. Now they call them the wing spikers, which are similar. And you have the right side attacker who plays on the right side of the court. They are the ones who jump and hit. And we have the middle blockers who are the ones playing the middle of the court. And they are usually the ones who are the 6'5", 6'10", up to 7 feet, the taller ones.
Who's allowed to serve?
Everybody on the team is allowed to serve, except for the libero.
Okay. So what are some of the accomplishments? Because persons, you know, we see volleyball, but it's not necessarily one of those, you know, the more popular ones sometimes, right?
Believe it or not.
So talk to me. No, I know it has its audience, but, you know, when sprint and them, something, you know, well, the track and field, you know? But I know that people watch volleyball and love it. I do, too. So talk to me about some of the accomplishments that you guys have achieved, and where do you want the team to go?
Well, at the moment, the Under-19 program, we are basically restarting the program because the last time we competed was in 2019. We had an Under-17 competition. And then in 2022, we weren't able to field a team based on financial constraints. We weren't able to field a team in 2022. But the last time we competed was, and we medaled, was sometime way back. So we are hoping to better that. We had a bronze medal when we competed some years ago in, I think in 99 or 2000. We had a bronze medal when we went to a Caribbean Championship. I think it was in Trinidad. But we haven't really achieved much, and we are hoping to turn that around by putting together a strong team.
I was going to ask
that we can compete against the rest of the Caribbean.
I was going to ask, so tell me now about the money part, the sponsorship part. Tell me about that part there.
Just being real, it has been very difficult. It has been, but we're extremely grateful for, you know, our sponsors who have come on board, and you know, even at the last minute, they have assisted the team. We have Bonafide Courier, it's a small business, Starry and Sons Food Service. I don't know if it's a possibility for me to list them all out. Okay, we have CB Chicken who came on board. We also have Pax Links Courier. We have sponsorship support from Eden Health Care. We also have sponsorship support from Forever Lawn, Ohio, and a number of sponsors came on board at the last minute.
But you're still working, right?
However, we are in dire need of support.
Yes.
I mean, it's a junior program, you know, they're minors, students, and we definitely want it to be a case where they're taken care of holistically, so not just the physical aspect, but also, you know, nutrition-wise. So we welcome sponsors on board. The competition is July 26 through to August 4, and no amount of support is ever too much. So we welcome that support.
Even like supplements and that kind of a thing.
And where will the competition be held?
It will be at the G.C. Foster College of Physical Education and Sport.
Very good facility for volleyball. Very good.
But let me ask you though, Mr. Ibangs, how do you feel about having been the coach for Iko Jones, who is the first Jamaican to sign in the U.S. Volleyball Pro League?
I must say it's a great feeling. Iko, well, I call her Aviel.
Yes.
Right? Aviel has been, I can say, she grew in my hands, right? Because I've known her from, I was holding her in her hands like this, coming right up. And she developed a love for the sport. I know her father and her mother. Her father, I must say, was my coach in high school. So it's like a full circle. So, I mean, see her growing right up to where she is. She always played the sport, had little touches on the ball, because we used to play every Friday night, and she would join in that. And when she came to Wolmer's, that was a plus for me. You know, just the honor of having her there, based on what I've inherited from the coaching of her father coming up to this point. And at Wolmer's, she just took off. I mean, she was a leader from the start. She always wanted to do well, and she would push herself to get better at everything that she did. And to see her move from that point to where she was the best attacker in the country, to the best blocker in the country, best server. I think she has received all of the awards in terms of high school.
Wow.
She moved on to playing club league as well, where she played for the UWI club. And then from there, a scholarship to Louisville University.
Yes.
And she was a standout. I had no doubt that she would be a standout wherever she goes. And she did just that when she went to Louisville. And I must say, every game that she played, as long as it's possible, I would watch. And sometimes I give her feedback, just the same. So I know that right now, the type of person she is going to do very, very well. And,
amazing.
It's an honor to
Another
have known her and seen her to that
Yes, another Jamaican doing big things on the world stage. And, you know, it starts from little, you know what I mean?
That's why they're ones to watch.
Yeah, ones to watch. And we're looking out. And, you know, we're appealing to corporate Jamaica and anyone who is interested to please, you know, support the team. We have to support people from their embryonic stages, not just when they reach, Dennis, and collect the awards, but be there from the get-go. So please, as much as you can, give and give generously to the volleyball team because they are in need of it. And as you can see through Miss Jones, it is possible for them to sign pro when they get big.
Indeed.
So now, who's going to teach me to serve? And coach is going to tell me if I have a touch.
Well, I think my touch good at all, but give me a one touch.
Yeah, because all the touch goes, sir. So yes, coach. So I used to bat it like this. Like that.
Come.
Yeah.
Just one touch. Just one touch. Yeah.
That's good. The only thing now, in terms of a correction, you know, get your elbows straight. Straighten your elbows all the way and open here. Just make a fist and cover the fist with the other hand. No, man, use the other hand, cover the fist, put the thumbs beside each other. There you go. And extend your arm right down. And then the contact is not here. It's right here.
The contact is right here. Go again.
Ready?
Yes.
There you go. Now, just try to knock it, just swing your arms a little bit so the ball goes up. Up, man, up. Swing your arms up somewhere. You want the ball to go
while
up.
Dennis is doing that and getting his formation right, we say thanks to Erica Harris, team manager, O'Neill Ebanks, head coach, and the student athletes, Rihanna Roberts, Patrina Chisholm, Hadijah Wallace, and Winifred Mitchell. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. And who knows, Dennis may make the under-19 men's team because Dennis got skills. He can pass, I'm just saying. You do. Forever young. Hello. Sunrise right here on CVM. We'll be right back. Come, let me try.